Welcome, United States History 2 students. This is Ms. Foley checking in. Happy Thursday. Hope that you are safe and that you are well. Couple of things. So, when we look at our U.S. history schedule, we are right here on Unit 7, Day 7. Um, April 26th. Our job is to take a look at the other America. So, last class we looked at really the glamour, the life in the 1950s. Many people, many Americans were able to, they were either pretty much in like middle class or above, and they were enjoying a lot of those wonderful cultural things of the 1950s. So, that was what you did last class through that Google form. This class, we're going to be taking a look at definitely a small percentage of Americans that we often refer to as the other America. You're going to be doing a reading, which I'll show you in a little bit, and you're going to be completing a Google document, which I'll also show you in just a few moments. What I'd like to bring to your attention is I actually extended this unit. I added a day because I wanted to give you a full day to do the study guide. So next class on um, on Friday, you will be just working on the study guide so that you have a document that is good, that is ready for you to really do awesome on that exam. So that's why I added that extra day. And your exam is going to be, open note, using your study guide, that sort of thing, on the 28th. Okay. So just to kind of give you an idea of our schedule. All right. So when you access Google Classroom, you will see that there is this reading. Okay, this reading is called The Other America. Now, this is an encyclopedia article. I actually got it from the Morris Knowles Library in the American Decades Primary Sources. Now, if you look at the reading, oh, that's Kepler. Kepler, can you come here, please? Come here. He wants to say hi to all the students. Thank you. Um, so, if you take a look at this reading, you'll notice that the introduction. So here, this is a really important to read these two paragraphs. This kind of gives you a little bit of a background, shows you what's going on, what you need to be aware of, okay? Then you see the significance. So this is saying, why is this reading important? And it kind of gives you a little bit more background, a little bit more of the history. Then, so after you read the introduction, after you read the significance, then you get the actual primary source. So this is from a book. It's from a book called The Other America. A guy named Michael Harrington wrote it. And this is an excerpt, it's a cutout of the book that you are going to read. So here's where it starts. It starts here, then it goes here to here. So this is actually from the book, but you'll understand the primary source more because you read the intro and because you read the significance. And this is what I'm looking for you to do. So in Google Classroom, you will all have access to this document. I made a copy for each of you, so all you need to do is open it and type into it. In the beginning, and you can find this in the introduction, what groups often made up the other America? What types of people, maybe a certain age range, maybe a certain ethnic background, maybe a certain region of the country? When you talk about the other America, who are they? Okay, so answer that in complete sentences. You could just say groups that made up the other America include, and then, list them. Then, question number two, Harrington, the guy who wrote the book, described that poverty in America in the 1950s meant that you were not able to survive in a meaningful sense. When you read about that, when you think about that, what does that mean? What does surviving in a meaningful sense mean? Can you give me an example from the 1950s? And if you struggle with the 1950s and you're not sure, maybe give me an example from today. What does surviving in a meaningful sense versus just surviving mean? I know that they're two different things. Can you be able to understand those two things? Because that's important to understanding the reading. Number three, you need to find a quote from the primary source. So when you think about what Harrington's message is, what is his thesis? You don't need to tell me the thesis. I think we can all kind of figure it out. The thesis is, hi, there's all these other Americans here that aren't enjoying the glories and the wonders and the culture of the 1950s, and the government should do something about it. So that's kind of his thesis. Can you find a quote that really captures it? So all you're doing is copying and pasting, and you can paste it right in this box. And then the last question is, why did you choose this quote? Okay, and just a couple of sentences. Please make sure that you press submit in Classroom for this. This is going to be part of your fourth marking period grade, and so is the Life in 1950s quiz. So that'll be part of your fourth marking period grade too. If you have any questions, please let me know. My official office hours are 12 p.m. to 1 p.m., but I'm available all day, so just feel free to send me a message. I hope that you're safe and well. I really miss you. And I just hope that everything's great. Okay. Talk to you soon. Bye bye.